I had suffered a stroke. It was a normal evening. I was bathing my 2-year-old, and normally my husband and I kind of take turns with bath time, but that night we were both in there bathing and playing, having a good time, and I noticed a very immediate problem with my eye. So we decided to go to the ER. When I stood to get dressed and get ready, I couldn't walk a straight line. In the ER, the symptoms were progressing and getting worse and worse, and the staff began to assess for stroke symptoms. And I think we all, were puzzled that a 31-year-old was coming into the ER with symptoms of a stroke. And it was the moment that they asked the name of my son, and I answered incorrectly, that they knew I was definitely showing signs of a stroke. The next day, they ran a test called a bubble study, and they found a hole in the septum of my heart. I was referred to Dr. Mahjoobi, who's an awesome cardiologist.
Dr. Mahjoobi was a phenomenal doctor. His bedside manner was very comforting in a situation where, yet again, we were scared to death. But he went over all the options that we had, told her the pros and cons of each one, and just helped us make the decision that was right for our family.
The procedure is a neat procedure where we make a small little incision in the groin and go up to the heart with a wire. We are able to find that hole, then we're able to bring in a device. I call it the Oreo, and what happens is that you bring one side of the Oreo up and you can cinch it up against the hole, and then you deploy the other side of the Oreo, and that essentially seals the hole.
He really put me at ease right away. He recommended putting a patch in the hole of my heart. I looked him right in the eye and said, "How many of these have you done?" And he said, "Hundreds." And I said, "How many hundred?"
I remember how vibrant she was and how motivated she was, and how passionate she was about getting on with her life.
When we heard about the procedure she was going to have, and you start looking at different areas that are doing it, and there's not very many around, even in the state of Texas, and to have someone like that in Longview was amazing.
I'm happy to say that today I have absolutely no effects. I do everything just as well, if not better, than I did before. I had the best doctors, the best nurses, the best staff overall, and for me, I had the best experience. Love to play with my little boy, stay active, and now I'm able to because of Dr. Mahjoobi and because of Good Shepherd.